أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said that the superiority of a scholar over a worshipper is like my superiority over the worst of you, over the least of you. And what a noble comparison, what an honorable comparison to be compared to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. And what a tremendous responsibility. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said that Allah does not tear away knowledge, does not take away knowledge by taking it from people, by taking it from people's hearts. But Allah rips away knowledge. Allah takes away knowledge by taking away scholars until there are no more scholars. And then people will take ignorant people as leaders. People will take ignorant leaders and they will ask them, and they will give them fatwas, and they will give them answers based off of ignorance, based off of no knowledge. And so they will be lost and they will be misguided. And we see this reality today when people who do not know, they do not practice, they never learned, and they do not learn, they become popular. And people ask them and follow them. And so instead of scholars, people follow ignorance. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allah, His angels, and the inhabitants of the heavens and the earth, even the ants in their homes, and the fish in the sea, they send salawat, they send blessings to the scholar who practices and teaches people good. And so a scholar is not someone who is merely popular. A scholar is not someone who simply knows or thinks they've learned. A scholar is someone who knows and practices and teaches. A scholar is someone who knows good and practices good and teaches good. Imam Muslim, rahmatullahi alayhi, in his Sahih, he gives us narrations to focus our perspective of knowledge. And he narrates from Muhammad ibn Sirin, a great scholar of the second generation, of the generation after the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum. Ibn Sirin, rahimahullah, he said, this knowledge is our religion. This knowledge is our religion. So be careful of who you get your religion from. Consider carefully who you take from, who you learn from. And Imam Muslim, rahmatullahi alayhi, he tells us another narration, he gives us another narration from Abdullah ibn Mubarak, and he is a great scholar of the third generation. And he said the Isnad is from our religion. And if it was not for the Isnad, if it was not for the chain of transmission, anyone would say whatever they want to say. And what is a chain of transmission? We learned from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but we didn't meet him. So we learn from those who learn from him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but we didn't meet them. And so we learn from those who learn from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. until today. And that is the chain of transmission. But it also includes an ijazah. It also includes a permission to teach from a teacher, from a qualified teacher to a qualified student, to continue that chain, to bear the responsibility of carrying the religion. Because a chain without permission to teach, without a qualification to teach, in Isnad without an ijazah, stops there. And someone who has learned but can't teach, can't teach. And someone who can teach but has never learned, can't teach. And so the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told the Sahaba to teach. He told from the Sahaba to teach. And the Sahaba carried the religion. And they gave permission to their students to carry the religion. And carrying the religion is not easy. We don't bear that responsibility because it's easy. We don't bear that responsibility because we want to. And it cannot be carried by someone who is unqualified. The religion cannot be carried by someone who doesn't know. And Allah does not preserve His religion that way. Allah preserves His religion by qualified teachers to qualified students. And so we don't teach because we want to. We teach because we're told to by our teachers. And we teach the Quran. Speaking personally, we teach the Quran. We teach hadith. We plan to teach fiqh, and we plan to teach Arabic, and you'll see some of our ijazahs, our handwritten ijazahs. And we teach art for anyone who appreciates that. But the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, the best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it. And so we extend our chain of transmission of the Quran that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam recited to our teachers, from them to us, and to us, from us to our students.